Hello and welcome back. So I read a lot of the comments on the last video and I agree with you guys about Aiden and Carrie not needing to get back together. Another thing is, I did not realize just how many people do not like Steve, so thank you for pointing that out. Today I want to try to break down episodes 11 through 18 of season 4 of Sex and the City.
Sierra loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah.
And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. Alright, let's get started with the show. In episode 11, Miranda is 2 months pregnant. Charlotte is way out of line, acting like Miranda is trying to do anything to hurt her. I feel bad about Charlotte finding out that she probably cannot have a kid, but again, it has nothing to do with Miranda. This episode is very important. I love the way that the subject is presented about the different ways that people react and handle abortions. Aiden's comment about the guy getting the end of the stick is absolute bull. People do not understand the risk of pregnancy. Like on TikTok, there's this girl and she has a list, literally talking about all the different ways that pregnancy can go terribly wrong for a woman beyond just her dying. Did you know you can lose your teeth? I feel like that was all the birth control I needed for the day. Thank you. In episode 12, Bunny is such an hole and a racist. I don't know why, but every time she talks, she just reminds me of Emily Gilmore. So I feel so bad for Charlotte in this episode because I understand just how much she really wants to have a baby. On one hand, I'm like, Aiden had such a smooth proposal, but then on the other hand, I'm like, why did she say yes? Miranda's reaction to Steve proposing is so me, and it's just another one of those moments where I relate to Miranda so much. At the end of the episode, Trey tells Charlotte that he does not want to have a baby anymore. But I kind of feel like he was basing that off of that one experience, because before he was actually excited, before they saw the couple with their kids that were kind of misbehaving. And I get it, things were getting really tense because Charlotte felt all this pressure to go ahead and start trying to have a kid. And for her, she feels like time is ticking. I don't have all these years left in me to make my family. At the end where he tells her that he does not want to have a baby, I just feel so bad for her. I feel compelled to sympathize with her or to empathize with her because that's been the focus of her whole character pretty much since we were introduced to Charlotte, besides her just finding the love of her life. The look of heartbreak on her face, man, that really, I'm not gonna lie, that got to me. I totally understand where she's coming from. In episode 13, Aiden is moving in and his stuff is everywhere. Carrie is experiencing what a lot of women who have lived alone for a while go through. Does anybody else watching this have secret single behavior? I wouldn't say that I have secret single behavior because in my relationship, I just kind of have completely just shown myself, I guess. I don't really have any anymore. But I guess when I was single, my secret single behavior was I just liked to dance unapologetically in my room, even though I can't dance. Or I guess my other secret single behavior was that I like to watch cartoons a lot. I watch a lot of cartoons, but I couldn't keep that away forever, so I don't have any secret single behavior anymore. Charlotte and Trey are having trouble getting along after Trey announces that he doesn't want to have a baby. Miranda is trying to tango before her baby comes. I cannot believe, actually no I can. I can believe that Carrie gets into a whole argument with Aiden about shoes. I would love to do a video trying to dissect why Carrie is so obsessed with shoes. What is it about? Where does it come from? Does anybody have any theories? They were both acting ridiculous in the fight. Yes, she was wrong about prioritizing the shoes over their relationship. That was dead wrong. But he should have said my bad before just saying he's a dog. What's he supposed to do? Nobody should act that nonchalant about their dog destroying someone else's stuff. If Aiden's dog is so destructive that, can't be left alone without becoming destructive, then he probably needs to be crated. And I know people have all these different opinions on crate training and things like that, but I firmly believe in it. I firmly believe in it because it's kind of like you're giving your dog its own room where they can't get into trouble. They don't got to worry about getting told no. Trey did hit below the belt with the cardboard baby. I am the queen of telling an inappropriate joke at the wrong time. However, even that was I don't even understand what you were trying to do there. I feel like you were just trying to be extra, or you just don't understand why she wants a baby so bad, and then you just find it funny, like you find it humorous, like, oh, she wants a little baby. Like, it's not funny. It's not. This is her dream. This is what she's wanted. This is Charlotte's whole premise. And while it may not be as important to like everybody else, like it's important to her, and it's not nice to just mock her about something that she literally was crying about. At the end where they play that Sade song, like, yes, like give me all the vibes. In episode 14, the girls go out to a bar. Anthony is in this episode, and Stanford is in this episode. Samantha takes X and tells Richard that she loves him. Miranda accidentally outs her co-worker. Trey and Charlotte separate. And finally, Anthony actually says something sweet. I love what he had to say to Charlotte. In episode 15, Susan Sharon is in this episode. Samantha begins to want monogamy. Aiden begins to want to talk about wedding plans. And Miranda finds out that she's having a boy. I love how they talked about Carrie's anxiety here, and they showed it. And they show her really just trying to figure out like what she wants and struggling to come to terms with the fact that this could really be a possibility. Like she could really be in love. But then again, I really feel like they got engaged way too soon. Like, I just don't see how they had recovered enough from that past incident to move forward with getting married. And then it's also like, I mean, what do we really expect to happen here? Because she's secretly like still seeing Big. She's still seeing Big behind his back. She's still having this whole like friendship or whatever with Big. It's just like playing with fire. Carrie and Aiden end up breaking up in this episode, and I wholeheartedly agree with everybody who says that they pretty much should have never got back together. Aiden was rushing her too much, like he was starting to look a lot like Dean. And then Charlotte has a meltdown at her dance class when she starts to realize like she's really alone. In episode 16, Aiden and Carrie have officially broken up. Aiden is asking Carrie to buy her place or for her to move out. I hate how Carrie is expecting Charlotte to fix her financial problems. Also, why has she spent $40,000 on shoes? Charlotte is looking for a job. I also want to say good on Carrie for not taking Big's money, even though technically she should be compensated for all that crap he put her through. But then again, that was years ago, so I don't know. The camera panning on Charlotte when Samantha says people are funny about money was interesting. Also, just want to point out that Miranda and Samantha offered her money, and yet she treats Charlotte better than both of them, except in this situation. There's at least 2 different times where she bails on them for a man. In episode 17, Samantha has a group gathering. Charlotte throws Miranda a baby shower. Richard wants to be monogamous with Samantha. Carrie is working at Vogue, and the guy she's working with just drops his pants in front of her. They tried to play it off lightly, but in real life, like that would have been terrifying. In episode 18, it's the season finale. Big is moving to Napa. Charlotte is trying to start dating again. Carrie is contemplating sleeping with Big, and Miranda is preparing to deliver her baby boy. I love Moon River. I like how the song begins to skip right as they're about to kiss, almost like to mimic how they are a broken record. Samantha is hilarious when she's trying to be monogamous, but she was right because then she ends up catching Richard in the act. I don't blame Miranda's delivery rules because I probably would be the same way. In episode 12, a time where Carrie was being crappy was when she says ghetto gold in episode 12. Also, again, when she was trying to make Charlotte feel bad about not helping her with her problem. Some fashion moments that I like were in episode 13, Charlotte's shirt and her earrings at lunch. Also in episode 13, Carrie's hair. In episode 15, Carrie's white shirt at lunch. Carrie's white dress towards the end. Charlotte's hair and her dress at the party. I love that they put Samantha in cheetah print. It fits well with her primal attitude about the Devil's Tango. In episode 16, Charlotte's brown and green dress. Also in episode 16, Samantha's hair the whole episode looked fabulous. Towards the end, I was really wondering, like, how does time work in Sex and the City? Like, is each episode a month apart in their time, in their world? In episode 11, Miranda is 2 months pregnant and then she gives birth by the end of the season, so I'm assuming that each episode was like a month apart. What are some moments that you thought were funny from this season? What were some fashion moments that you liked? Feel free to share that down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Smile for a boy.
A boy! Ah!
See, they sell them in novelty stores. And other people buy them, and the clerk said that it was funny.
Well, if you're tired, you take a Napa. You don't move to Napa.
What about yesterday?
We were at the opera.
I was bored.
I you for 3 hours when we came home.
Oh, big whoop.
I heard the weather this morning, but they didn't say anything about a storm. I was eating.
Eating? Eating who? I saw you get into a cab with a woman wearing heels.
Yeah, that's it, stealth.
I saw you fireworks!
works. Oh! My plate! These are not your plates! You don't even call! Gonna leave for work? Bing!
Take my compact and make a quick trip to the ladies' room.
Ah, it's so funny. My vagina's depressed.
Cheapest possible sheet from Bed Bath and friggin' Beyond.
Oh my God, he's online. Can he see me? Shh. Sweetie, I'm not bugged. It's just us listening.